The final load of silage. Here we go. Anyway, yes, hello everybody, and welcome back to Misslingen. £2,000 extra? Not bad at all. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at the field near the forest. It might need to be sprayed. The other field, the canola field, is actually ready to harvest, and we do have the pasture down the bottom, the field which we've never cut, which I would like to basically cut, row up, and pick up, and put that into the silage pit as well. So we'll be essentially making the second silage pit, second silage clamp, which should be good. Good money in silage. Anyway, yes, if I have remembered, I have put a vote at the top right hand corner of this video. You should see an eye which you have to click on. It should open up a poll, and yes, in there should be the top 3 or 4 most requested colours for the D754 truck, which we're going to be buying as soon as we can afford it. So yes, please do vote for the one which you would like to have the most. It includes the rim colour, the body colour, and the chassis colour. I don't know which order we'll do it in. Probably body colour first, then chassis, then rim. But yeah, either way, those colours will be chosen. Whichever one wins will be the one which we paint the truck when we buy it. I have the Fendt tractor, which I do want to sell, and hopefully the next tractor is actually going to be cheaper than the Fendt, believe it or not. It's going to be high horsepower, hopefully, and potentially cheaper. But it will still be a good tractor, so yeah, don't let me make it sound like a bad tractor just because of the price. Right, so yeah, you can see over here, it should be totally empty, possibly a tiny bit at the front. Yeah, the tiny bit I was talking about, just there. It's actually got 634 litres in, so I can get that out of there with the bucket. But yes, we're going to be filling up the neighbouring one anyway, just here. This one should be empty. Yep, good. Okay, so that's all sorted. Anyway, the field I was going to have a look at to begin with is the one over the far side. Actually, this one isn't quite ready. It's ready in areas, but not in others. I'm hoping to spray this one once more before it is ready. Good. Yes, it's not ripe. This one here has been fertilised the most it can be, so that's alright, but this one hasn't. This has just had one application, so that is job 1 of today. I will, however, be fitting row crop tyres, or I could do it with the normal tyres if I wanted to make it look like we've got tram lines, which would actually be the most realistic thing to do. So let's just take a look here. Basically, I don't want to be running the wide tyres and weights, which I'm currently running. So yes, if we go to standard, there should still be crop destruction, but it shouldn't be as destructive as it was before. In fact, that is free. Those wheels come standard with the tractor. I must have paid for the wide tyres extra. So that's good. If it turns out that it is going to be very destructive, by that I mean destroying the piece of crop between the wheels, so under the centre of the cab here, centre of the chassis. Yeah, if it's really bad, I'll come back and put some row crop tyres on it, because I really don't want to just leave a massive stretch of destroyed crop. Tram line's fine, but not something the width of the tractor. You'll know what I mean if you're not fully understanding what I'm saying there. You'll know what I mean if you watch the previous time I did that. Ow! I hit a weed. Right then, I think I've left my front weight behind. When you change the configuration of a tractor, it takes everything off it, which is a little bit annoying because people like me get very confused and don't remember to reattach it. But we should be okay. Right, let's just take a look at the crop destruction. So far so good, much better than the wide tyres. Yes, that is exactly what I was looking for before. It was my mistake to be... Oh no, it did it wrong there. Yes, it was my mistake to be using wide tyres though. But yes, that isn't quite as destructive. At least we're getting tram lines, not just a massive path of destruction. So yes, I'll get this done first of all, and then we can move on. That looks good. Very good. I think we have established before that all we have to do is go around the headland and then go straight down the centre, and it should pretty much finish it off. I hope. Yep, so you can see with one headland coverage, we have pretty much, I would say, left a sprayer's boom width, which I hope is going to be the case, otherwise I'm going to have to go down there twice, which will be very destructive. Yeah, that's good. Very good. And it just looks so realistic when you leave the tram lines. I actually had very few people in the previous episode when I did this say, "Oh, that's ridiculous, how unrealistic, you're driving through your own crop." Yeah, that's actually what happens though. You do actually, you leave a tram line in real life. So it's actually as realistic as it can be. And then, yes, obviously, next time you'd use road crop tyres because you can follow your tram line and don't destroy any more of the crop, any more than you have to. Right, okay. Is that down? That's down. Okay, let's go. Back to the yard. This has changed jobs. You can't really even tell that I've driven in the crop. So that's worked really well. I need my front weight back. This is obviously turned into the storage place for the sprayer, so it can go back here. And what we're going to do is put the mower on. We probably don't need the front weight for the mower, but even so, it might be worth fitting it. We'll just see what it does. If I pick it up, if it does any kind of attempt to wheelie, I'll fit it on. Because it is extra compaction. That was fine. No problem at all. This is a very mucky tractor. I think after we've cut the field, we'll have to come back and, yeah, definitely give it a quick clean. But the field we're going to is right down the bottom here. It's a fairly small field, which we might even turn to an arable field once we've cut it and picked up all the grass. Because it just seems annoyingly small for a mower to get the windrow around. So it could be much better for arable. Hang on, have I missed the entrance? I thought you could get into here, but possibly not. No, it goes into that arable field. Okay. So the entrance must be through the other grass field. Amazingly, this field could do with cutting again as well, which is amazing. That really is amazing. It has only been done twice, so clearly we have a good crop of grass here. But even so, it might have to be ploughed so that I can fertilise it in the future. Unless I've just been doing that wrong, possibly. But this is the field, we have entered it. I think it'd be better as a very small arable field, but I might be wrong. As soon as we can afford it as well, I'd like to invest in a front mower, since it does get the job done much faster. But I'm fairly sure we can't afford one just yet, but hopefully very soon. Right, so yes, I'm going to get this done. See how we go. I might get the other one done too. Just depends, yeah, how long it all takes. When it comes to picking it up though, we're going to use Follow Me. We're going to have the windrower with the forager behind, so it's going to be picking it up at the same time. The loading wagon, I should say, not the forager. Yeah, picking it up as we go, which should be a good way of doing it. But then again, the loading wagon we have is fairly small, so yeah, it's not going to be super fast because I have to keep transferring tractors. Anyway, I'll see you when it's done. Right, okay, that's not too bad at all. I think the best thing to do is to keep the mower fairly handy, in case I do decide to cut this as well. But I do have a suspicion that I'm going to want to go and start harvesting the canola just over there, since that field is our next source of income, and without that we're not going to be able to buy the truck. Now, this does come with an issue, and yeah, basically, the truck is going to be our trailer. Since that is where you put the grain, it's got its own. Well, it's actually got its own trailer as well. So it's like a rigid with a trailer, tandem, I think you call it. So yeah, we need that to obviously cart the grain to the sell point. But as I've also said, we do need to sell the Fendt tractor, so that should be able to fund it, hopefully. But first, we do need the Fendt tractor, so we mustn't go selling it straight away. I need to get this job done with it first, then obviously when we've got the money, we can get the next tractor, which I am actually choosing between two different ones. Originally it was just one, but I have found another good one too, so I'm still trying to figure out which one is going to be the best for us. And of course, the price as well. We don't want it to be too expensive, because we don't have an unlimited amount of money. Had this been one of those Let's Plays where I just buy everything, I could just add the money in, but I'm not going to be doing that in this series. As mentioned at the beginning, no cheating. However, we can take out a loan if we want to, so I'm quite happy to have a loan. In fact, we could do that straight away if that turns out to be the best thing to do. So maybe we can get the truck today without selling the Fendt. Anyway, yeah, let's go and sort out the windrower. I've just given the Fendt a really quick wash because it was disgraceful. It was so dirty. So that looks far better. This one needs to be in front, but even so, I'm going to be having to cart the New Holland back, which is fine. I'm in no rush to do this. I don't really mind at all. Right, okay. So, I really don't know how many loads we're going to get out of this. I would imagine 2 to 3, but it could be 1 to 2. We'll soon find out. I don't want it to go flying into the road. It's my only concern. Hopefully we can get in front of the traffic there. Okay. Exactly the same time as the car. Joy. Well, it's sort of merged. Sort of. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. So I'll start here, we'll do the headland first. Make sure that can make it into the field. And let's go. Yeah, so before what we did is we cut the field twice, the one to the left of us. So we actually had twice the amount of grass, meaning what, twice the amount of bales. This time it's not going to be baled, but even so, twice the material. So maybe it will just be one load. I think there's been like a Glance mod released about a month ago. It isn't Glance, but it's very similar. I probably should get that installed, because when using Follow Me it can be very handy. So I know exactly how much is in the forager. In the loading wagon. I always call it forager. It's filling up an okay rate. I think it'd be 2. I think it's going to be 2 loads. I would say that it's actually already almost full. So that is surprising. Very good news. Although when it's put in the pit it's going to be next to nothing. Yeah, it's full. It's not picked up any of that. So that's 21,300 litres. If we were to convert that to money, I think at a bad price it's around £8,000. But if it's a good price, we should be getting 10 to 15,000 hopefully. Which isn't really bad considering how little work that's taken. Right, so we get it tipped into the pit. And I don't think we'll start to compact it just yet. I would imagine I'll be doing this field as well. Not today though, I really would like to just take the headlands off this canola field. And hopefully buy the truck. Although I won't be able to buy the truck. Yes, as I've already said at the beginning of the video, we're still doing the vote. But yes, hopefully at the beginning of the next video, we'll be able to buy the truck and I can take the headlands off today. Gets me every time. Because whenever I'm talking about doing a vote, for me, the vote is actually on the day I record the video. If you get what I mean. So tomorrow's episode, or if it had been a tomorrow episode, the following episode after this one, I'll be recording around the same time that the vote goes out for this episode. So yeah, it's all a bit strange for me. Because they do everything the day before. Okay, that is snail trail number 1. Let's go and get the next one. Yeah, so it's not going to be too long until we do the next load. I think if we do make this a fairly common occurrence, we're going to have to buy a larger loading wagon. But I would love to be able to buy some more land soon as well. but that's probably not going to happen too soon, since land is fairly expensive. I wouldn't mind just taking a look at the land actually, see if there is a potential piece that we could focus on, something that we could work towards in the future. That'd be good. But it probably will take quite a bit of work to actually get to the stage of being able to afford it. But maybe it is worth it. Maybe if we just take out a big loan, maybe taking out the loan, buying the land, making money off the land is more cost effective than waiting for the land to become in our price range, which is probably not ever going to happen anyway. That's a good field. 98,000. Actually, that's a surprisingly good price. What a mouthful. Obviously, there's certain areas which are sections, which are £1.4 million. But yeah, I reckon this field to the right of us here, that one there, it's a pretty good sized field. We could very easily get a loan and buy that eventually. Now, I would prefer to have more money first. I don't really want almost a £100,000 loan. But no, I would say that is doable. Or we could make it a bit more interesting and get a piece of land much further afield. It's kind of annoying shape, but 201,000, this one here, I bet it's a good field. I bet it's a nice place to be. Or this one here, 69,000, that's actually almost doable. That is a nice looking field. Anyway, yeah, this is just really me thinking out loud, but definitely things to consider here. Is that full? Not quite yet. Right, so the moment it starts to just drive over it and not pick it up is the moment we take over. Which I would say is going to be in the next couple of seconds. Because it does look fairly full. There we go. Another 21,300. Not bad at all. So what do we have so far? 42,600. Nice. Looks like we might have to wait a bit longer in the next episode to be able to harvest the field, because not the whole headland is ready. It's so close. You can see it's in the sort of transition of going from flowering to ready to harvest. So really, it's not too long at all. Anyway, back for the final load. Yeah, hardly anything left at all. I turn around 360 degrees and it's almost pretty the way that the tractor follows you. Kind of pointless, but yeah, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Just a good example of follow me in action, really. Yeah, if you turn pretty much full lock, can't go too fast. Let's get it going. It might make you feel dizzy, but this is fun. Okay, the novelty's worn off. Yeah, so what we're going to do is take this back over to the yard, and yeah, the Fendt can stay for today, but tomorrow, or in the next episode, it is all change. Everything's going to change. We're going to have a different tractor, possibly, but definitely a different lorry. Let's just go. And yes, it'll be the winning colour scheme which wins, obviously. So yeah, I must just say as well, tomorrow is my farm machinery auction on Lesson Farm, the survival roleplay. So definitely come along. Please do check out the video. Should be good. It's taking quite a bit of preparing, but yeah, it should be good fun looking around all the different tractors. Okay, so as I did mention before, we do need to clean the New Holland tractor because it is looking a bit of a state. Where's it got to? It's blocked. It's blocked. It's sandwiched. Nobody likes a loading wagon sandwich. Way too much silage in it. Cows probably love it, actually. Anyway, yes, let's go and put this into there. I really can't decide if we should clamp it or not. I don't know. I suppose I could just start the next one next to it. Maybe we should get this fermenting. In that case, we'll do this first, and then we'll wash the tractor. No point washing it and then getting it dirty straight away. It really shouldn't take too long to compact. So there we go. drop this off just back over here. And then backwards and forwards. Percentage compacted 9%, and yeah, it really shouldn't take too long. 11%. Yeah, I reckon if I just keep doing this for the next 3 minutes or so, it should look quite good. So that's what I'm going to do for the next 3 minutes. I'll see you in 3 minutes. And there we go. It's all done. So all we need to do now is drive the tractor off and put the blanket over. Good. And also this time nothing came out the front because I was keeping it mostly at the back. When it's a nice full pit though, it is inevitable that it's going to come out the front. So there's not a great deal you can do about it, but yeah, I was just cleaning it up before and it seemed to work alright. Okay, so to conclude, let's give this thing a well-deserved wash. It's quite green, it's all the juices from the grass, so that needs to be taken off there. It's actually very acidic as well. It can make rust, or cause rust. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.